Hello everyone, welcome to O-Scale Custom Models and Trains. Today's video presentation will feature model 004. It's the Greyhound Bus Depot. This diorama took approximately a year to construct. The overall dimensions are 30 inches in width, 68 inches in length, and 57 inches from the floor to the top of the passenger cars. The display cabinets, console, and diorama frame are all constructed with oak. They are stained dark walnut, and there are brass hardware handles in place. As we zoom in, you'll notice the girder bridge, which is 66 inches in length. Again, this was a custom designed and built piece for the layout. There are two main lines that come down the center of the bridge. Notice all the nice steel I-beam girder work. On top of the bridge resides 3 Boston and Maine Pullman Bradley passenger cars. We'll begin looking at our first structure in the lower right-hand corner. This is Verge's Corner Cafe and Delicatessen. It's my understanding that this kit was last produced in 1988. I was fortunate enough to find one, and this is my version of that kit. I completely detailed the interior with lighting. The top level is a vacant apartment. These are the tenants that are in the process of moving out, and you'll notice that there's an apartment for rent sign. There's also a milkman that's making a delivery to Verge's Corner Cafe. It's a typical Saturday morning. Customers having a conversation outside. There's a lady leaving with some of her purchases. Inside, there are customers having breakfast. Waitresses are delivering meals, and waitresses taking orders. You'll notice on the back wall there's vending machines. There's a chef behind the grill. Menus on the wall. Men's room and ladies' room. Coffee urn, cash register. There's also a deli case where it has deli meats and pastries. Also on the back wall, there's a gentleman seated at the lunch counter. Next we'll come down to the yellow cab stand. This is the corner of the boulevard that leads down to my left towards the Greyhound bus terminal. It's a one-way street. You'll see a 1940 Ford yellow cab. Cab driver's loading luggage for 2 of his customers. Behind the yellow cab is the Greyhound bus wash. We'll talk a little more about this structure as we come around to the other side. Next, you'll see a Greyhound bus that's proceeding towards the bus station. It's being stopped by a traffic cop to allow a lady to cross with her baby carriage. Behind the bus is the entrance to the subway station. This does indeed go down to the lower level. There's pedestrians going down the staircase as well as pedestrians coming up. That's lit so you can see the detail inside. As pedestrians come up to the street level, they're greeted by an organ grinder with his monkey. Next we come to a shoe shine stand. There's a couple of gentlemen that are getting their shoes shined, and that's directly in front of the Greyhound bus terminal. The Greyhound bus terminal is also completely detailed and lit inside. There's a lunch counter on the right-hand corner. You'll notice all the nice street lights down the boulevard. There's also synchronized traffic lights. I also wanted to get a front view of the departure bus dock, which is across from the bus wash. That's another custom built structure. That's where the passengers wait to leave. There's a men's room and ladies' room, and Coke machine and clock on the wall and so forth. A lot of nice detail. As we get to the left-hand corner of the layout, you'll see that there's a newspaper stand. Again, this structure is all detailed and lit. Next to the newspaper stand is a kiosk where customers can choose magazines. Next to that is a phone booth. You'll see a lady looking for change to enter the phone booth and make a call. Now we get to arrivals. This is where the buses turn the corner and come down alongside the bus terminal. You can see that there are passengers that have debarked from the bus, and they're being greeted by family and friends. Now we're coming around to the side of the Greyhound bus terminal. You can see all the nice detail of the telephone poles with all the telephone lines. These are all custom built poles. As the bus gets ready to exit, it has two options. It can come straight out the boulevard, or it can come around the back of the bus terminal and down the roadway that leads to the bus wash. You'll see a bus that's getting ready to go through the wash. There are two workers. One has a hose and the other one is scrubbing down the back with a brush. You'll also see a view of a bus that's getting ready to leave departures. There are customers that are getting ready to board, and the bus driver is talking to those passengers before they leave. Now here's a little better look at the bus wash. This is a custom built structure. It features the roller brushes that scrub the side of the bus as it goes through. There's tanks that contain all the solutions, the water, the soap, the wax. There's a wash rack that would simulate the actual operation, where the rack would slide down on pulleys and go around the bus and squirt out the water and the soap and so forth. There's also the tracks which pulled the bus through as it exits out the back side. Next we come to the maintenance area. This is where the buses can get fuel and have service performed if they need it. There's a Greyhound moving van that's being serviced by the mechanics. The drivers are talking to one of the mechanics to see when the truck will be back in service. Next we come to the back of the service station. One of the workers has discovered a couple of dogs hanging out back here. It looks like one of them has tipped over the trash can. Here's a view of the alleyway behind Verge's Delicatessen. There's crates and barrels. There's a sidewalk elevator where workers are preparing to bring some of those goods down to the basement. And we'll get a shot of the back side of the layout showing more display cabinets. It's been suggested some of the videos that I've shown in the past, maybe I could combine those into one video. And so what I'd like to do is just give an overall pan of some of the other dioramas that are in the train room here. This was model 005, the elevated train depot and subway station. This is model 001. This was the first diorama that I constructed. And behind that is model 003. And then we have model 002. I have posted individual videos on YouTube for all of these designs. I suggest you go in and take a look at them for your viewing pleasure. They're all under the title O-Scale Custom Models Trains. Just search for model 001, model 002, model 003, 4, and 5. Thanks again for looking. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation, and have a great day.